Cooking is really at its best when it's shared. Wow. So I'm off to visit inspiring communities across the country to see how food brings them together.
That's a bit of all right.
Exploring some exciting places.
It's extraordinary. It's huge, isn't it?
Look at that. Beautiful.
I can think of no better place to be.
While sharing mouth-watering recipes of my own.
That looks amazing. I can't wait to eat it. I'm at the ready.
So let's get to it. I'm here at the beautiful Cornbury Park estate for the Wilderness Festival, a beacon for followers of music, culture, and of course, fashion.
Bit chilly, I think.
But most of all, it's for lovers of food. I've been drawn to the 76 food trucks here with their array of glorious goodies.
You've got everything in there.
Thank you very much.
Now that looks wonderful. I love to be able to eat with my fingers.
Over the next 4 days, thousands will happily stand in line for all the delicious street food on offer.
That is so tender. But what you didn't tell me is going to be hot, very hot and spicy.
Oh.
But it's delicious.
Sorry.
While others have travelled for an epic dining experience.
There's so much going on at this festival, I really don't know where to start. But luckily, a very handsome friend is on his way to guide me.
It's my dear old colleague, Michelin-starred chef Nicholas Ekstedt. He is one of 18 guest chefs and 200 caterers who will be feeding the 25,000 revellers. But tonight he's my dinner date.
Good evening, Mary.
How are you?
How
Gosh,
are you?
long time no see.
Nicholas and I have a seat at the banquet tent where nearly 400 of us are going to share a meal together. What a highlight.
I'm Mary.
Hi, Scott. Hello, everyone. Hi, Nicholas.
So are you excited? Is it your first time?
It is my first time recording.
So what have you come for, the food or the music? Ah, the food.
Food, definitely.
Award-winning chef Robin Gill is the one tasked with feeding us all this evening. I can't imagine what's going on behind the scenes.
Coming up with a menu like this for 400 people in the middle of a field is a massive challenge. I think you obviously want to do your best, but you just got to pick the best ingredients you can get your hands on. It's a nice thing because it's a sense of occasion and sharing. And I have heard that Mary Berry's coming tonight, so no pressure.
I'm dying to know what we're going to be having.
Here we go, a starter of an anchovy dip with a feast of fresh garden vegetables to share, some of which aren't being treated with the respect they deserve.
See, they're doing the carrot dance.
As long as we eat them afterwards, I'm happy to have a go.
Is this something British?
This is one of the main reasons why people come to this festival, because it's all about sharing. It's a big sense of community, and everybody gets stuck in. It's an awesome atmosphere.
Next are some fried parcels stuffed with pig's cheek, honey and chives, and topped with rosemary copper.
That has the honey.
It's good. Skål.
I so enjoyed that meal. For a shared dining experience at home with your own crowd of family or friends, these two fabulous recipes will be easy to cook.
There's nothing simpler, really, than roast chicken. I've got 2 chickens here. They're nearly 2 kilos each, so there's plenty to go around. And I'm going to do it this Sunday. Family are coming round, and the boys eat for Britain.
I really want these chickens to be bursting with flavour, So into the cavity goes fresh sage, bay leaves and lemon.
Just put it in there.
To make them even more succulent, a simple mix of paprika and butter.
Just mash that down together. That's it.
Season, then spread the mixture all over the skin. The paprika will give the chicken a fabulous rich colour.
And the butter will drip down into the juices under the bird, and I'll be making a first-rate gravy from that.
There's a clever way to cook these. Throw sage, bay leaves and garlic into a roasting tin with 300 ml of chicken stock and 150 ml of white wine.
Having stock and wine underneath means that the steam helps to cook, and it really does add a good flavour to them.
They are oven ready. I just need to make my delicious scalloped potatoes to go with them. It's easy. Using a greased dish, layer up thinly sliced potato and onion. A little butter and stock. Season well and repeat the layers.
Then really give that a good push down. But don't worry that it's going to be proud on the top, because it actually sinks down during cooking. And then I'm going to make a nice pattern on top. And it looks as though you're not going to get all the potato in this dish, but I'm jolly well going to get it all in. I think when everybody looks at that, they'll think, oh, she's, bothered to do it all neatly all the way up. But between you and me, I haven't, as you know.
Cover with buttered foil.
It's just like doing Christmas pudding when you turn the foil in. The joy of this is the chickens and the potatoes all cook at the same time. You can get on with other jobs and let it keep to its own devices.
Cook both dishes in the oven at 180 for about 1.5 hours. After 45 minutes, remove foil from the potatoes, then return to the oven till crisp and golden. Those flavour-packed juices will make a classic rich gravy.
Look at that. And there's plenty. 2 wonderful plump chickens, plenty of scalloped potatoes, nobody will notice, and lashings of gravy. What a fantastic feast for a crowd. Everywhere I walk, I smell delicious food. The difficulty is what to choose.
I've just spotted some potatoes that remind me of mine. Though perhaps not the size of the pan.
Bonjour, Cécile.
Bonjour, Mary.
What amazing pans you've got here.
Thank you.
All French choices. Tartiflette,
Yes.
sausages, and what are those at the end?
Those are vegan potatoes with some peppers, some onions, tomatoes, all the flavor from the south of France.
How many potatoes do you anticipate using for this festival over the few days?
Loads.
And who does the peeling?
My husband.
Poor chap.
No.
So he's out the back doing
He's at the
peeling.
back. No, we use already peeled potatoes, so we're okay with that.
I thought you might, yes.
Otherwise I'll be divorced.
Thank goodness their marriage is safe. Now to taste those potatoes.
So I hope you like. It's pretty nice.
It's great, and I covet these pans. They're great, aren't they?
Yes,
I hope
dear.
you have a very busy time over for a few days.
Thank you. Thanks.
Merci.
Merci à vous. Au revoir.
Do you know, there are so many food trucks here, and I've tried 2. The choice is enormous. I'm going to be popping by the time I get to the end.
If I had a food truck here, I think my next mouth-watering dish would keep the meat lovers very happy.
Sticky, short beef ribs. Lovely to eat out of doors, even pick it up with your fingers. You can actually finish them off on the barbecue too. First of all, I'm going to make a piquant marinade. Tomato ketchup first. 75 ml of apple juice,
2 tablespoons of Worcester sauce and the same of soy, 1 of white wine vinegar, and to sweeten it all up, 4 of maple syrup.
4 cloves of garlic, and I've crushed those, chili flakes, and then some pepper and salt. This marinade is really a bit of sweet and a bit of sour. So in go the beef ribs. It's essential that you get them really well coated. The smell is lovely.
Leave the ribs in the fridge for a minimum of 2 hours, but ideally overnight. With those flavours absorbed, pop them into a deep oven-proof pan, bone side up, to ensure the meat will be covered by the marinade.
So in goes the marinade, pouring that over the top. And then I have got 200 ml of water. Just swill that round to get all those lovely flavours from the tin, and in it goes.
Once everything is in the pan, bring to the boil.
On with the lid, then into the oven. These ribs are full of flavour, but the one thing they do need is long, slow cooking to reduce the fat and to make the actual meat really, really tender.
After 3.5 hours in a low 130 fan oven, leave to cool, then transfer to a baking tray. The short ribs should be really tender, almost falling off the bone.
Now my next task is to take that surplus off. It's sort of beef dripping with extra flavour. I remember when there were bowls of dripping in the fridge, having had a roast, and Dad would creep into the kitchen and put them on toast and pretend he knew nothing about it when it wasn't there.
So this marinade really packs a punch. Reduce by half until lovely and thick, then spoon over those ribs.
Right, into the oven at 180 fan for a final 15 minutes so that the top becomes sticky and delicious. Wow. That really is the deepest, darkest brown. That is so tender, it's melting in the mouth, and that's so, so good.
To turn my sticky ribs into a food truck special, serve with coleslaw and charred corn.
One of the highlights of the festival is the chef's table, with specially designed menus for their fans, and I count myself as one of them.
Each day, a different chef cooks for a more intimate crowd. Today, it's my friend's turn, and there are great expectations.
This is the chef's table, and it is the grandest place to eat.
Yes, and this is where the chefs showcase their signature dishes.
And they watch what you're up to.
Exactly. It's a little bit like being a musician on the stage, because you have the guests straight in front of you. So you could see in their eyes if the food is good or not.
Do you know, if I was in your shoes and people were watching me cook, I would have sort of butterflies in my stomach.
Yeah, it's a nerve-wracking day, and then you're coming as well, so it's double trouble for me.
I'm no trouble at all. I'm just very excited.
One of the dishes on Nicholas's menu will be fresh oysters cooked with flaming beef fat. I've never seen anything like it, but luckily I'm getting a preview.
So you put the beef fat in a flaming hot container and let it drip down on the oysters.
Yeah.
No seasoning?
No seasoning.
So are you going to be actually doing this at the chef's table?
Yes. Yeah.
Gosh, they'll be frightened when they see that.
Could you pass me the oysters over, the oyster shells over there?
Yes. They're beautiful. And
Thank
the
you.
seaweed.
And then the oysters goes down back into the shell. In Scandinavia, we didn't eat raw oysters, but there were no lemons, of course, but we had apple.
So what's in that?
It's a beurre blanc with apple.
I have never had oysters cooked like that. Wow. that slipped down so beautifully. And then suddenly you come across the apple, which gives it a bit of crunch.
Yeah.
It doesn't need any seasoning.
No.
And it's also got that smoky taste.
Yeah.
Gosh, they're going to be lucky, aren't they? Normally, you're cooking in your restaurants, whether it's in London or Sweden. What makes you come here to the festival?
Because it's just such a beautiful setting. And then people are in a really good mood. And, you know, they're not stressed. They're just here to enjoy themselves. And it's all about sharing food and sharing memories. And, yeah, so it's just great.
Now Niklas wants me to taste his scallop dish, served with a unique and clever mayonnaise made from their roe.
Instead of egg yolks, I smoke the roe a little bit over the fire.
Right. Of course, it's a gorgeous colour, because that's just what the roe is.
Yeah.
It tastes very piquant and lovely.
Yeah.
Niklas wouldn't be Niklas without flames involved at every turn. This is a bold take on smoking scallops using hay.
Right. And they've changed colour.
Yeah.
They will be served on a bed of sea herbs and shallots, with thin slices of dried smoked reindeer.
It's very lean, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a Scandinavian jerk. So it's brine and then dried over birch smoke.
Finally, that scallop roe mayonnaise.
Isn't that pretty?
Thank you.
I mean, it's like a picture.
Thank you.
That's the best scallop I've ever had. No. And I don't say that easily. Honestly, it is absolutely brilliant.
You're even crying a little bit there.
I'm not
Got a
crying,
tear.
it's your wretched smoke coming, making me cry. Do you have all the girls crying when you push them in front of you?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's why I started cooking.
The festival, it's boisterous, it's fun, it's noisy, but I've found a little haven of peace. Sharing food with a lot of people should never be daunting. My next dish can be easily scaled up or down, depending on how many mouths there are to feed.
I've prepared all the ingredients, and so if you're outdoor living and you've got a barbecue or you've got something to cook on, it's a perfect thing to make.
The base of the risotto is finely chopped celery and onion. Cook them until soft, then throw in minced garlic and chestnut mushrooms.
So peaceful here, I'm wondering whether the ducks at the other end will come up and see what I'm up to.
They only need a few minutes. Then it's time for the key ingredient, 275 grams of risotto rice.
Now, risotto rice is a round rice. If you use a long grain rice, it doesn't absorb the liquid in the same way. In it goes. So wine now, 250 ml. Now that's a fair-sized glass, and I know that measurement very well.
Once that's absorbed, start adding hot vegetable stock.
And then you wait for each ladleful to be absorbed into that rice.
Continue to stir in the stock until the rice is almost cooked. It'll take about 15 minutes, but in surroundings like this, I'm more than happy.
You're allowed to go swimming in this lake, and you can take your clothes off as well, naked. I haven't seen any yet.
Back to my risotto. Add chopped fresh sage, petit pois, and a creamy, rich Stilton.
Now that melts very easily, and just a little salt, because the Stilton is quite salty itself. That's it. What it needs now is a knob of butter. Gives the rice a shine to it, and of course adds to the flavour too.
My risotto looks velvety and very tempting.
That is just right. I've waited 20 minutes for this, dying for a taste. That is absolutely delicious. Do you know, it tastes so much better because I'm out of doors and I'm hungry.
If you want something fresh and vibrant to serve alongside the risotto, I have the perfect companion.
What makes this salad is the herb lemon dressing.
Mix together 1 crushed garlic clove, half a finely chopped green chilli, the juice of 1 lemon, 2 teaspoons of white wine vinegar, a dash of caster sugar, and some olive oil.
As you add the oil, it'll just thicken up a little bit.
But it's the fresh herbs, finely chopped basil and mint, that brings this dish to life.
This smells wonderful. Now at home, if you want to, you can put that in a processor or a chopper. If you're good with a French cook's knife, do it by hand.
The dressing just needs its vegetables, which have all been cooked for 3 or 4 minutes until just tender. I'm using French beans, asparagus, chunky cut runner beans, and podded broad beans.
Stir those all together and make sure that the dressing mixes well. If you're going on a picnic, you can put the dressing in one container, the beans in another, then when you get there, combine the two together. Gosh, it looks colourful and tempting.
For added crunch, a sprinkle of roast pumpkin and chia seeds will do the job.
I just love this dish, and I found the perfect companion to share it with me.
The much-loved singer Sophie Ellis-Bextor has just finished her 50-minute set. I'm sure she's worked up an appetite and is ready to eat.
The crowd were loving every minute, and there seemed masses of them. I have no idea how many.
It was a really lovely thing, actually, because, yeah, we were invited to open the festival, and they all looked all sparkly and lots of smiley faces and hands in the air, so yeah. My heart is full, but my tummy is empty, so...
Well, I've got a risotto for you and a bean salad, and I hope you like it.
Oh, it looks amazing. I have to confess, I spend some of the time that I'm on stage pondering what I'm going to eat to reward myself.
How did you have time at that?
There's always time to think about food. This is really delicious, by the way.
Margarita time.
Oh,
ladies.
Richard.
This is my husband, Richard, the cocktail maker in our house. Thank you, sweetheart.
Here's a Tommy's margarita.
Margarita.
For you.
Oh, do tell us what's in it.
It's a margarita, but it's only 3 ingredients. So it's tequila, lime, and agave syrup.
Oh, and it's got frost on the outside.
Yes.
It's really cold.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy days in the sunshine.
And look who's drunk more than anybody else.
And you'll be on the dance floor in 5 minutes, trust me.
Stumbling on the dance floor. That's great.
Cocktails are perfect on sunny days like this, but I also like to serve my family and friends something truly special to eat. They deserve it after all. There is nothing more elegant than my final recipe, a glazed peach tart.
It's spectacular. Now, it does take time to make, but it's really something very special when you want to show off, and it tastes absolutely wonderful.
The base of this tart is a 28-centimetre sweet pastry case. The filling is my foolproof crème pâtissière that starts with 6 egg yolks, 55 grams of plain flour, and 1 tablespoon of corn flour.
Adding the corn flour means that you get a really perfect thick result.
Add 115 grams of caster sugar and work together.
So when that's really well together, which it is, it's sort of a paste at this stage. Then I'm going to add 500 ml of scalding milk, very, very hot milk to it, very gradually.
Whisk away, and the heat of the milk will cook the flour and the egg yolks.
Making quite sure there are no lumps in there. Mist. That's perfect.
Pour the mix into the pan and add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Keep it moving on a low heat until it's lovely and thick. Transfer into a clean bowl, cover and pop in the fridge to thicken even more.
Now, this creme patricia is really firm. Really, really firm. That's because it has set, it's been in the fridge.
100 ml of whipped double pouring cream will make this even more luxurious.
So that's going into the fridge while I cook my peaches.
Add 8 sliced peaches into the sugar syrup, which is simply sugar dissolved in water over a low heat.
If you don't cook the peaches briefly, they will discolour. The heat just seals them. That is absolutely perfect. Everyone is keeping its shape and it's well coated with the syrup.
Now for my favourite bit, assembling the tart.
The creme patricia is very cold now. I'm going to put that straight into the prepared case. It's a bit of all right. That's it. Now to the peaches.
Starting from the edge, place the peach slices neatly round the dish.
This is a tricky recipe to make. It takes a lot of care, but gosh, you'll be proud of it when you've finished. That really does look stunning, I think, but it'll look even better when it gets its shiny glaze.
Simply melt the apricot jam and brush over the tart, and it's ready.
I think that looks sheer perfection, and it's going to be so delicious.
As my time at the festival draws to a close, I have one last stop to make. Nicholas's guests are arriving, and his moment in the spotlight is about to begin.
Okay, everybody! Welcome to Chef's Table. The beef fat cooked oysters are soon gonna be arriving, and I want you to eat it immediately as soon as it's served. So don't stare at it, eat it.
In such an intimate setting, I can see Nicholas is keen to know what the diners think. I'll just have to ask them.
So, is it a great experience for you?
Oh, it's been unbelievable.
And I can see every scrap has gone. So what does he get for a presentation?
A 10 out of 10.
I'm sure Nicholas will be thrilled with that, even while getting ready to serve the next 7 courses. And as for the diners, I think they're in food heaven.
I've eaten my way around the festival, and what a great experience it's been.
It shows how cooking and sharing does bring people together, whether you're in a tent or eating with friends at home. Next time,
I hope you're hungry.
I'm going to the magnificent city of Edinburgh,
It's magical.
exploring its natural beauty
That's heaven on a plate.
and attending an event like no other.
Come on!